memo to Baumia and others. Kufuor Okwe dodge comment on Kan Oforiate's case, and also Crown Prince revealed. That's the NPP 2028 battle hiatus. Baumia wins placeholder slot. Ken rejected, while Educhum and Old Horse Japan disappoint. La Beach Cool, Stanley Nunu accused of hijacking revenue against court orders, and GTA boss gets Glitzy Award in Hollywood. On the front page of interesting, Spider. The Spider. It's not Kwekwanas actually, it's the Spider. This one is spelled with S-P-Y-D-E-R, so a spy who is also there. IMF exit puts banks on alert as new financial risk emerge. Afenyo King cuts deal with Baumia, and suing Islam's Fifi Fiavi Kwete over dangerous rhetoric that could tear NDC apart. And you see the two gentlemen, the chairman of the NDC, Johnson Asidi Ketia, with the General Secretary Fifi Fiavikwete. I don't know why people call him Fifi though. Osa Berima Isa Bediako the third cracks down on truancy, announces education fund for Enum Asman Kese, and My Jaw locked down. State moves in as land war threatens peace in the area. Comes in a photo of the Greater Accra Regional Minister, flanked by two persons, one a military officer and another, I'm sure, an official from NATMO. Something, Marina, what do you have? Crosby, good morning, by the way.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Daily Post.
How's your wife? Hold on, married men are talking.
Married men, I
Let the man
apologize.
talk about Daily
I
Post.
apologize. No, the married men must speak.
No,
Man is talking about Daily Post.
Apologize to us properly.
I unreservedly
Yes.
apologize
Yes.
for my rude interruption.
Yes, when
as
married men-
pleasantries were being exchanged
Yeah.
between married
men, and you are here doing to
yes,
be.
and so I
Look,
unreservedly.
We can even decide
In
that
fact-
vote against you and put the AC off.
Yes,
the studio.
yes, in fact, I concede and I
yield to him.
I yield that.
Thank you very much for that
the married men
gentleman.
take peace.
Thank you for
thing.
conceding.
Crosby, how are you?
The Daily Graphic this morning. On the front page, nation aims for food self-sufficiency. Government, World Bank back food security resilience program. It comes with a picture of Kesla to Fosse. There's also Galamsey Thats attack 2 Daily Graphic journalists. Forest Commission set up forest protection camps. And 3 experts analyze NPP's road to 2025. The back page, government has no intention to demolish Tendamba Primary School, according to the local government minister. Volta Region Police intercept another vehicle with narcotics. Arresting team rejects 120,000 cedis from suspects. Hey,
They rejected the money.
120,000.
No, they go chop promotion. They'll get promoted by the
if you see the paper,
IGP.
in Rune, packaging
When I saw them, I thought when I saw that picture of the pellets,
Yeah.
I thought that they were cocoa beans, giant cocoa beans. You know, I thought they were giant cocoa beans. I couldn't believe it.
but a lot of bust are being made by the police or these narcotics people.
Charlie, if you take the money will finish. But if you take the promotion, you reject the bribe and receive the promotion, your salary is forever. You understand? Yeah.
The Ghanaian Times, enhancing agri-productivity, World Bank backs Ghana's commercial farming with $1 billion. Education Minister assures swift renovation of Tamale School dormitory. Ghana on track to meet WHO's 2030 NTD elimination target, according to the GHS. President Mahama to pay 3-day visit to Zambia, leaves Accra for Dubai.
Right.
You go to the back page of the paper, 160 farmers trained in climate resilience, rice production, and Qatar Foundation breaks ground for school projects in Medina. Finally, the Daily Guide newspaper, Sisters calls this Ghana's favorite newspaper.
That's their tagline,
that's how they
actually.
call themselves.
Don't praise me, I'll praise myself.
Baumia rallies NPP for 2028 victory. It's on page 3 of the paper. 4 nabbed over narcotics smuggling in the Volta region. My company was licensed to operate according to NAM1. That's on page 6 of the paper. It has been in court for how many years?
For
about 5 years, maybe.
yes.
Close to 8 years.
No, the business started, I think, 2017.
It was first term came to an end. I think the first term of President
That's right.
Akufo-Addo
It came to an end.
was
So
when he began to have his challenges. So it's been a little over 5 years actually.
interesting.
And then he just opened his defense. So we are not finishing right
In
now.
fact, it was based on an order from the court for him to file his defense, because all along
He has been seeking to have the matter
thrown out and all of that. You know, earlier when the matter came up, I remember so well, his lawyer at the time, the lawyer Kwame Kufo, wrote something back to the Security and Exchange Commission telling them that, look, they don't even understand what the SEC is asking for them to respond to it.
Exactly.
That was the posture, you know.
I mean, there was a certain confusion as to who was responsible in licensing, right? So I recall back then, their narrative was, you do not understand the investment scheme we're offering to Ghanaians. We do not receive licensing from the SEC. We are not regulated by the Bank of Ghana. And so there were a lot of questions being asked. And so when the SEC finally came through and said, look, shut down your business because you're not operating with a license, that was the feedback, and it has continued up until
you know
now.
the common sense question I asked at the height of all of that. I said, look, I go and buy a plot of land valued at say 5 million Ghana cedis at East Legon. Now, because I bought the land at 5 million Ghana cedis at East Legon from a certain family or from a certain landlord, does it then preclude me from going to the assembly that oversees East Legon for me to go and get a proper building permit before I start putting up my building? Or do I say that, I bought the land at 5 million, it should be enough to cover everybody? So
I mean, the state authorities were in their very rights.
They wouldn't have any of that.
To have said that.
And two more stories. SkyTrain board approval in GIF memo. And then Mahama is 5th most powerful global development figure.
That's the Daily Guide.
Yes, that's the Daily Guide. President Mahama, he is 5th most powerful global development figure. The whole...
Audits to him, huh?
So the whole world plus India.
So this is the part where they will sing Mahama is the whole. So he's showing them that is the whole. Okay, we have heading.
Because he's pushing across reset agenda.
He's been pushing that for quite a while. That story is also on the front page of the Daily Post newspaper. In fact, it's the biggest banner story. Mahama ranked 5th most powerful global figure in development and change making. Ablakwa arrives in Latvia to pursue justice for deceased Ghanaian student, and NIMOS deepens operational crackdown on illegal mining activities at Ahanta West Municipality. And if you know the Daily Post, they like to do a lot of pictures, and so this was a pass-out ceremony of some
the commissioning.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you see the president, his ADC seems to be enjoying a lot of plaudits.
Yeah.
I think I saw on
He's
social
a
media.
very disciplined soldier.
Yes, people have been commending him very greatly as to how he takes care of the president.
He knows
and
his
all of
job.
that.
He's a consummate military man, properly trained, well selected.
Yeah.
Very well educated as well. That's Colonel Issa.
So that's the photo gallery. I like to always share that from the Daily
And you know,
Post as
most
well.
people didn't pay attention to
that picture from...
That with President with the young lady in the Navy, regalia, but on the opposite side,
This one.
the officer cadet mess photo. People didn't pay attention to what the picture actually signifies.
Really?
I'm just seeing it.
There were two cohorts, a regular cadet course and there was a short service commission. So if you look closely, you would think that it's untidy, red mixed with blue and white. That's the Navy.
I think
and
I see
64
and 62.
Like that. So 64 is for the regular cadet corps, and 62 is for the special.
I see.
There's always something,
There's some
that extra detail.
precision about the military. That's what you would never miss about the precision.
Yeah.
Precision. Everything has to be done in boxes.
Yeah.
We don't do
That's-
circle.
The last one I have, the Observer newspaper, and this headline here, Johnny.
But in what does it say?
85,000 plus delegates reject Baumia despite top-down rigging plots. I mean,
Rigging plot.
Let's be charitable sometimes, and
85,000 plus.
yeah, that's the headline the Observer decided to go with, and I have a different opinion as to it. But
if you look at the dynamics of this parliamentary presidential primaries as was had, you would have noticed that Dr. Bawumia perhaps did better than what he did in 2023. Because he won more regions, he won more constituencies.
Oh, yes.
Okay. He covered more space. You know, at some places.
So his general acceptance rate
exactly is gone up. It's gone up
across the board.
Plus,
yes, the votes may have reduced, but it's because there was a presence of two
very powerful people.
Exactly.
Abetifi, Elon Musk,
yes,
and Asin Bill Gates.
Asin Bill Gates.
Asin Bill Gates was there. Wale Adam Smith. Yeah.
So the Mr. Duchum and the engineer.
No, they didn't come.
They didn't come to the party.
I'm sure they knew right from the beginning that.
No, I'm talking about they are also known as.
They don't have. They don't have
They don't
nicknames.
have-
The
they
people
don't
have
have
not
nicknames.
fallen
The
in
people
love
have
with them
not
like
given
that.
them
To give them nicknames.
That's why I feel that a headline like this, I mean, with all reverence to the Observer, they should tone down for us a bit. Also, Africa must move beyond raw cocoa export. CMC MD tells Africa Trade Summit. Nana Oyebampo Adomark's 60th birthday, donate items to Jolu Special School. Mahama ranked 5th on 2026 DevEx Power List of World's Most Powerful Development Leaders. Ghana pushes stronger legal frameworks for digital innovation at Tech Law Conference 2026 and be measured with your choice of words. Hamza Suidi cautions Fifi. I don't know. Now some of the papers are now catching up to this from over the weekend. We were discussing it yesterday.
I see. We got a lot of listeners joining in. Togbi Sakwiti the 5th is joining us here. Muda Okankwe South is also joining us here. Reginald and Seji Adwa TV is joining us here. We have a lot of people. Interesting.
Sergeant,
somebody says her 87-year-old mother was worried about me.
Yes.
Hey,
that should tell you the extent of
Charlie,
concern.
call my mother for me. I've made it.
Charlie. There was a day on the Community Voices segment, somebody called and said, "We are not telling the truth about Johnny."
Oh,
the person says they know. We don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes they come in very, very hard and say that,
what do they do?
What is it that we are supposed to be saying that we haven't
That's
said?
a bed of somebody. Somebody called and said, "We are not telling the truth about Johnny. We know." Ladies and gentlemen, this is Johnnie Hughes.
But I sure do miss them. I can tell you that on good authority. So, I've been thinking this whole conversation about trying to engineer professionalism among our police force, and I was just thinking about some conversation that I had during the Christmas break with a man they call Mr. Kwesi Tete. Some call him Boga as well, somewhere around the Kaswa area. And he originally lives in the United States, but comes down as a big farmer and all of that. And he was talking about body cameras. You know how we've gone on and on and on about body cameras for our police?
Yeah.
Chief Inspector Ashilevi, he was Inspector Ashilevi, posthumously promoted to Chief Inspector Ashilevi. He died in a shootout with some miscreants, and we went to promote him and say, we will provide body cams. It didn't come. This was during the days of IGP Opon Bueno. Opon Bueno has come. He got his contract extended. Dampari has come, and now it's Yohonu. We still don't have the body cams for every single policeman. You can go back to the Adedingpo robbery where police were shooting at police and all of that. We had to go to somebody's, private home to go and access CCTV footage. We don't. So the question is, what is making it too difficult for us to get these body cameras for our policemen to use? That's the first question. Number two, I got to know that in the US, the body cameras are connected to the Attorney General's office or the Department of Justice. So as soon as the thing happens, it's there.
No, there's no
interference.
Concern as to
No.
tampering with
exactly
the video.
The case.
Yeah, and when you're wearing it, you can't put it off.
Yes.
Until there's an order for everybody to put theirs
off. But you can't put it off. So there's constant monitoring of what you are doing.
Yeah.
Constant record of what is happening around you. It would at least prevent our police from taking bribes. Because now we know that we have a lot of good policemen who are doing good job rejecting bribe and getting promoted and rewarded for that through the right means.
Yeah.
So if we had everybody wearing body cams, I'm sure that it would take out the perception and even the reality of police accepting bribe, because there are instances where you can go to the police station and go and report an issue, and the police can tell you go and bring the person.
Yeah.
Me to me Chinanka me bar police station.
I think
Somebody has assaulted you. You go to the police station and they say, "Oh, Kofana bread." How do you expect me? Or they say, "Oh, Charlie, give us money to buy paper or
That's
pen
one of the worst
or
things they
petrol."
it's such a huge disincentive, and doesn't have people wanting to willingly walk to the police station.
Yeah.
But that point about the body cameras, off the top of my head, the only times I've seen them around is during protests, right? So a number of them are and for that, it's not even all of them.
And are they connected? You see, what we're talking about, I have a body camera, but my body camera is not connected to a certain network until I make it available to connect to a certain network. So everything that's recorded, even if you take the camera away from me, it's still there and has been recorded.
Yeah.
But then what they have, are they connected?
No.
They're not connected.
They are very huge gadgets. You see them
It doesn't. The size does not matter, because look, you will go to a pub, for example, in the US or UK, and those who are providing private security, the private security guys, certified private security, the blue badge folks, they have body cameras on them, just for when anything
advancement.
Exactly.
I'm sure because it's not bought by the individuals themselves and it is purchased by the police.
Right.
Just like the entire traffic monitoring system have, if you like, a headquarters, have where all of the videos get to. These body cams will also be connected, because if they are not, then why are you wearing them? Are you recording with your own SD card or something?
Yeah.
But I'm sure that they are all connected to a central point,
Right,
where the footages are reviewed when there's a concern, allegations of misconduct, or allegations of abuse, amongst others. So, but we have a long way to go with these things, though. We piloted it a few times, especially after the shooting of the police officer around the atomic area.
Yeah.
Dr. Baumia said all police stations will get CCTV cameras. Cameras
Street lights, bulletproof vests. You remember that?
Yes.
Body cams, helmets. We even said that, look, all the banks should stop using those pickup vehicles that they take to Kumasi Magazine or Kokompe to go and have them remodeled into
We still see them around.
look-alike bullion
see them
vans,
around.
right? We
Yeah.
said that. And then we said that every police guard that goes to the bank or any financial institution to provide man guard duty or sentry duty must go there, fully bulletproof, body cam, blah, blah, blah. How did it end? And then the CCTV cameras. That was the chief inspector, Ashlevi, that I'm talking about, where some people broke into the police station, shot the man, freed all the people in the cell, right? He was only given one more line on his shoulder. He had three. He had one more, and his wife and children, I'm sure, will be, on their own doing their own things. So we actually need to synchronize it. It's not just about trumpeting and shouting digitalization. We need to actually put flesh on the bones.
Yeah, there's a disconnect always when the leaders speak to these matters and the solutions that are supposed to come up. We have them speak, but it never almost always comes to fruition or comes to life. And it's a very important thing you've raised this morning as to how far we've come since then. And the fact that for everything we said we're going to stop doing, for example, the bullion van situation like that still persists.
Yeah.
It cannot be that when lives are lost, painful as they may be in the manner in which they are lost, we have this rallying call. And unfortunately, it's something you can pinpoint in different sectors.
Exactly.
When something happens, in the moment, we're hearing, this will not happen again. We're going to take this course of action. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. For the next 1 month, there's a general sense of, we are doing things After that 1 month, everybody falls back in line and says everything goes back to normal.
It does appear that we now have one week, one dormitory fire in secondary schools.
Exactly.
We had Toulon, and just before we could finish with Toulon, another school also caught fire. You understand? Now, I've been asking questions in terms of, we keep talking about security, but we are very, very loudly silent on issues of safety.
Yeah.
The fire service has been complaining about the fact that most of their fire tenders are obsolete. They are actually grandmamas and grandpapas. Their limbs are weak. They can't move around.
Yeah.
They try to represent themselves when push comes to shove, but the actual work and the strength of those fire tenders are questionable. That's one. Two, the fire service have told us how many of those grandmama, grandpapa, and apologies to our senior citizens who listen to us, grandmama, grandpapa situations that have been decommissioned. We have not spoken about it. Three, the fire service has told us that, look, areas are developing, communities are developing, we are expanding.
Fire stations are needed.
Fire stations are needed, and we don't have them. So we know these three things.
Let me add one, that
Yes?
the personnel themselves are not insured.
Yes.
If you go to put out a fire and then something happens to you,
You're
on your own.
carry yourself to your house, you and your God.
Now, we know these situations, and then we compound the problem by giving every child who goes to the boarding school a pressing iron. Back in the day in the boarding school, it's either the old school union that comes to buy for you or PTA that contributes to buy irons. And you know that in house one, you have maybe like 10, 15 irons, and everybody is using them as a central location, the ironing room. And once we are done, it's somebody's job to put those irons off and make sure that they are well secured and all of that. Now, if you have 500 children in one hall or one dormitory, they all have irons because it is on a certain prospectus that they have to bring to school. If I have an iron and Crosby has an iron and you have and DJ Phil has an iron, we will all want to use our irons just to prove a point that our parents are also able to afford.
They bought it for us.
Yes, they bought it for us to bring it to school to use the iron. Crosby may forget his iron, I may forget my iron to put off my iron, or maybe his, and then it could cost all of us.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. We are supposed to be a communal society. So how did we move away from being a communal society, living together, to individualism? How did we become this? We are copying everything blindly. Blindly. Police, problem. Soldier, problem. Immigration, problem.
What I can even add to this dormitory thing is, what makes it worse is they'll be ironing inside the dormitories. Because I'm speaking based on the knowledge.
From what you know,
From what I know is that there was an area where we could go and iron.
Yeah.
It's an ironing room, yes.
Or you're doing it outside.
Yeah.
But it is such that we are finding, once we have a technical student amongst us, we're finding ingenious ways to do the connection into the dormitories from outside.
Yeah.
And now we're not stepping out to do the ironing any longer.
Right.
We're inside and we're doing the ironing.
We can't go outside.
We are doing our own connections and what have you, which is resulting in a lot of the fires, because the Toulon incident, I didn't even know there was another senior high school, which the Toulon situation. Some of the girls lost all the things they bring to school.
Everything. And you know how the situation up north is. And I have a lot of passion when I talk about the north because of the skin I sit on. So I feel very connected, even before then. And it's difficult for money to come by. It's hard for money to come by. And when you have that and those provisions have been made for you and you go and because of one or two people's negligence, you have to lose everything. It's painful. Back in the day, we did all manner of things. You use the, heater to boil your rice. You use iron to, chalk somewhere and fry your egg. And those things, you connect the fluorescent lamp. And, but then and even those, if you're caught, you'll be dealt with. But now, it's gone beyond what we can. We don't have the fire stations to begin with. We don't have them. So you have firemen go to a fire scene to go and fight fires, and they are being chased away by people. You have
I know some
fire
who
officers
have been attacked and were injured.
Yes, you have fire officers who identify that this place is supposed to house a fire hydrant. Somebody has put a shop on it, and they want to do it, and they are being beaten up. And you ask yourself, what kind of a society are we? Council, good morning, welcome. This one will be lawyer question, so we will ask you. This is a lawyer question. We will ask you. If I'm a fire service officer and I have no insurance and I'm beaten because I want to protect the fire hydrant, what are my options?
Well, I have not studied fire law.
I've not studied fire law.
I've not studied fire law. But oh no, but seriously, you are. There's something called obstruction of duty. I don't know whether that applies to only the police or all public officers. But if I were to want to stretch it, I would say that officers or personnel of all security services should be able to arrest people who hinder them in their work. In their work. I mean, within the operational guidelines and codes and acts that establish the Ghana National Fire Service,
right,
there should be some remedy in there. If somebody attacks you, somebody comes to beat you, straight away you can start talking assault. If the person hits you with an implement, you know, when they say weapon, it's not necessarily a gun.
A pen can be a weapon.
A pen can be a weapon. Yeah. But you see, where we are now, the moment they say, good, it's good you mentioned that. Those of you who grow your nails so long,
or those who wear the acrylic,
or you wear that thing that looks like Chewa Part 100.
Take your time. Take your time.
Free our baby girls, please.
Leave Chewa alone.
That can be a weapon. So it's not necessarily a gun. So the particular video under reference, if you saw the implement that was used, even if the officers didn't even want to rely on their service guidelines or professional standards and any of those things, just arrest them, boko like that, take them to the nearest police station, and initiate an action against
service coming your way. We have not done fire law, by the way.
I just have one more thing to say in relation to the fire, because we talked about implements for them and all of that.
Equipment and all of that.
There's a promise to have them retooled this year. The Interior Minister, the Finance Minister, we really
That's
need
promise number what? Not by this government.
No,
this is the first
okay, so that's what I was coming to say.
This is the first time this government is promising.
Promises. So let's hold
it's
them
actually
to this.
captured in the budget.
Do you know that the fire service actually procured 2 fire tenders that are still sitting like white elephants at the fire service headquarters?
I know.
They procured 2.
The one they said was not fit for purpose.
They cannot use it, but we use that money to buy it.
Nice one. And no one has answered
Clap
for
for
it.
fire service.
No one has answered for it. No one has answered.
So I am really hoping that they walk the talk this year in terms of being able to, because yes, the personnel say they are cautiously optimistic.
Do you know the fire service also has fire tenders they call kunkubaya?
Kunwa?
Kunkubaya.
Which one is that one?
So the fire tenders, they lock. You know those old doors that you have. You lock it with a clock.
Yeah.
You know, you put the.
They have some.
Yeah, they have some.
So driver goes in.
Ask any of your fire service friends what is kukumbaja. They will tell you.
So driver sits in, then brings his hand out. His two hands out.
You go lock up.
Left is holding crop.
Yeah, no, you for lock the thing. They know. If you like, the fire service, they know. Those who listen to
anyway,
us,
but
they know the kukumbaja.
As much as we sympathize with and we speak for, advocate for, and want to agree with the personnel, let us stop, desist from those acts that we see. You can't go around engaging civilians in fist fights in the name of self-defense.
No.
You cannot be doing that.
No.
You should be better. Once you wear the uniform, and I'm ready to debate anybody on this matter, it is unacceptable. In the name, you are uniformed personnel.
Yeah.
You are discharging your duty. Then a civilian has come to attack you. Then you are throwing fists all over the place, and you tell me that it is self-defense.
It is
how?
It is not. You know, the point is that we need to get to a point where we respect the uniform and the rank. My father always said that.
Things like this will make people not respect the uniform. When a soldier man slap you, if he slaps you, do you stand to slap back?
You see, because the soldier man is not looking like Atasa. If you see policeman or fire serviceman where they look like Atasa, if he slap you, you are sure in your mind that this one me to go fi slap him some. You understand? The Atasa conversation must be had. Basic fitness test. The Atasa conversation must be had because you need to look the parts. You need to look the role.
Sometimes our men in uniform do not look fit.
They should leave the pork for us alone.
No, you see, even if you don't look fit, but your conduct,
Yeah.
your engagement with
Professionalism. Put it that way.
it must show.
Yeah.
And that is what will begin to draw attention to you. That look, you are a standout. You can't be going around throwing blows left, right, center.
Fighting over trotro
Fighting
seats. over. No. It's a no.
I have said that for our security officers, particularly the military, no chance should they be allowed to sit in the truck. We should not be familiar with them.
But we became familiar with them when we started asking them to
I
pound
disagree with you.
fufu
We should
and
not
push
see
trolley
them-
for people
Now
at
We are
Accra
familiar
Mall.
with them.
We
Still,
have become
how much
familiar
more
with
if we are not
I'm saying
familiar
that
with
we
them?
should not be like when they so yani at Tottenham not G50 persons in the system. It's some way it creates a certain impression.
Crosby, at a point in this country, they were pounding fufu in people's houses. They were carrying people's bags and following people around. What are you talking about? Please.
It's not healthy.
We decided that we were not going to treat them well, and that's why we are where we are. We need to do well and do better. Yeah. Okay. So now, at the last count, the NPP has a new flag bearer.
Yeah.
Dr. Baumia is the chosen one. Top bottom approach. This is the first time I'm seeing it in body politics, right? Kennedy
There's
Japan.
a first for everything.
Kennedy Japan says, "Look, I pledge my support, but my support is that you should also be tolerative of each
That
other."
was a
Respectful
very
yes.
poignant
Yeah.
respecting the views of people. I think they will be fine.
Eh?
I
The way you
believe-
put it is, what is they will be fine?
No, they will.
Did
be
they tell
fine.
you they are not fine?
because the contents are very legitimate,
Right.
right? As to how things played out, the top bottom approach. And yesterday we were having this conversation. Some of the analysts we were speaking to, and the concern was really laid out that the way they approach the entire elections and all of that. But the executives have insisted, look, this will give us time enough to close our ranks between now and December 2028. That's why I say they will be fine. Because from the comments, it does suggest opposition is not one that they want to be at or be in for a very long time. And I was even telling you this morning, if anything is to go by in terms of the narrative and the conversations that's come forth from persons close to the national executive and then close to the Baumia camp in Dr. Ayew Free, it suggests there is a certain level of acceptance of the fact that this is how things have played out. We want to open our threshold and allow for everybody to come in and play their part so that we can win the 2028 general election. Because it's a long time from now. The politicians are the ones who say a day in politics is a long time.
It's 100 years.
You understand? And so
you have to visit your constituency regularly.
exactly. And so a lot can change.
It's going to be long for you.
And you will get the chance. They will get the chance. I
Which
keep
is
saying that
why, Mawina.
2028, everybody starts from zero. Nobody starts from 50.
No. You don't have
Everybody starts
30%. I was the
No.
thing that they were saying.
No, everybody, they have 45%. You all start from zero.
start
So you
from
see,
zero.
it is a party in power that loses the election to the opposition. It is not the opposition that comes to win power. If the party in power decides to underperform, right, they would lose power to the opposition. The NPP in 2024 did not, the NDC did not win power, if you ask me. The NPP lost power to the NDC because the NPP underperformed. Now, with the benefit of hindsight, and if you had listened to the campaigns heralding the presidential primaries that was had, they laid the issues bare. You had people who were in the various camps talking about the economy, and some of them say they feel embarrassed to go and talk about the economy and all of that. You know, the same things that we said, that they say, shut up, you don't have the right to say it. What do you know about the economy? And it's very things that are being trumpeted now. So now it behoves on the NDC, if they want to maintain power, to do their utmost best and to make the people happy and to keep the indicators the way they are. Now, it will take the NPP a lot of internal healing, a lot of return to the principles and values that underpinned and formed the party, return to respect for authority, and knowing that, look, these are our forebears, these are the people in charge, and we are the ones following, hoping one day that we'll get to where these people are.
But you know, this is actually not hard to do. It's not difficult.
I'm not saying it is hard, though. I'm saying that it is the fact that somebody just doesn't want to say, but me and 6-2, we start in the same class. How is he suddenly general secretary? He said that when I see him, I'll call him general. You should go and sit somewhere and let me. That kind of thing does not build a political party. You can't build a political party like when everybody suddenly. And then, you see, too many praise singers around those who matter. Too many praise singers. They are looking for their 100 Ghana, their 200 Ghana cedis, something small for them to move around. They will shower all the praise on them, cloud your good,
in the words of FIFA.
and they will cloud your good judgment. So if you are not too careful, you will find yourself in a very, very bad situation that you can never explain. The NPP needs to come back. They may have gotten through with this top-bottom approach.
No, not yet. They've just started.
Because
They've just started. In fact, the test of the case is yet to come.
Yes.
What they have now is a flag bearer whose election has sharply divided the party. Now,
Sharply?
Yes, sharply.
Presumptively.
No, sharply. No, the campaign leading up to the election.
Okay.
No,
But they said let bygones be bygones.
What the 3-minute speech they
Yes,
gave?
is it not
No.
enough? Let bygones be bygones.
No, we are even
see,
yet
that's
to
why
see
I
the
asked- that's
first
why I
official
asked.
act of the flag bearer.
We shall win.
Oh, yesterday he was
No.
visited-
They definitely would
was-
win.
he was
To
visited
save, they
by-
come together to save Ghana. If they don't begin to use now witch hunting, use this victory to witch hunt MPs who didn't support them,
Oh, they've
to
given
try to attack the minority leader, for instance, who, by the way, we don't know whether he supported Baumia or not, but who the conclusion
No, the
has been that.
minority leader is very clear.
He met the.
It's very
Relax,
clear.
friends.
He
He
said-
is very clear that he's friends with Kennedy Ejapong.
Yeah.
He's very clear.
He
on
said
that. In
until
fact,
time- until
it's
time
never
is
been
no
a
more.
secret.
Yes.
It's never been a
And I
secret.
respect him for that.
It's never been a secret.
Loyalty. You can trust
Loyalty,
us.
yeah.
Loyalty, yeah.
But if the party then begins to use this, mind you, the other thing we also know is that the entirety of the national executive from the words that we heard from they themselves, members of the party and flag bearer aspirants themselves, that the leadership of the party was rooting en bloc for Bawumia.
Right.
So if the party leadership at present does not team up with the new flag bearer to torment people who oppose them,
Right.
campaigned against them, and sideline them in decision making and actions, even when they know that some of those people could contribute meaningfully. If they don't use this to tell them, you go and sit down, we don't need you again, when actually you need them, if they include everybody, then we will know that there's a future for the party. And then we will know that bygones indeed have been left to be bygones. But if after the speech, the cameras are turned away, the microphone switched off, and then we are hearing...
Are you saying the thing was a production?
I am saying that what is said in front of the camera and into the microphone is never the same that is done when the camera goes off. Even when we sit here, the things that we say, when we go off, we say things we couldn't have said here.
Yeah, because we are precluded from saying some of those things.
Exactly.
Because of professionalism.
And the politicians
and
are
ethics.
also precluded from because of other factors.
No, but they said
So
things
if they
to
walk the
themselves
talk,
during the campaign, nobody stopped them.
No, exactly my point. So if Bawumia is not taking any of those things to heart, Bawumia must have a very big
He
heart.
took it to heart.
Yeah.
Let's not mince
We-
words.
Are you sure you
cannot
were in
kid
his-
ourselves.
Are you sure you were in his heart?
Look. If there's one thing that in all of communication I'm big on is body language.
Right.
It never lies.
Yeah.
Right.
Visual
When they-
communication.
I'm telling you,
It
when
works.
they were signing that peace pact,
Peace pact, Charlie.
when you watch the video, he wasn't a happy man.
You know how Bawumia
He
is.
was-
He's
and
lively and
no,
bubbly.
person-
He came
Persons close
from an
to him.
event.
He was tired.
Persons
He was
close-
tired.
No,
Or the Sopolo
listen,
was not nice.
I'm saying that persons close to him have spoken to the fact that the commentary and the attacks on him, he was not happy about it.
His
See,
wife
that is
wife
what-
came to his defense on
That
that.
is what characterized Chairman Sabunzu, who is in his camp and a close
No,
ally,
I'm just adding
and the
to you.
others
Don't
who
worry.
spoke.
When
We're
Bawumia
speaking-
was entering to sign the peace pact, he was very happy when he was engaging the supporters, waving them.
He
engaging
appeared
them.
happy or he was happy.
He appeared very excited. He appeared the
understand?
usual Bawumia, But when he entered and then he sat with the people there,
And he saw
and
Kennedy
then
Japan.
everything. In fact, when they mentioned his name,
he
he
was seated.
he had to go and sit and sign. Bawumia stood up, bowed. You see how he was. It was so obvious that
No, he wasn't.
all
he
of
wasn't
the
a happy
5
man.
people,
So
3 of them want to
I
fight.
asked, the point you make is very important. That yes, he will need to have a big heart, and we're yet to see the initial first steps as to
Exactly.
the approaches towards building peace.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I asked Reverend Father the question: who must be extending the olive branch? Do we need an assistance from say,
External assistance.
Hackman, who's chairman of the Council of Elders,
Elders, yeah.
and the likes, to lead the way? How is the Kennedy Japan camp? I don't want to call it a faction.
Yeah.
Going to
It's
accept
just
it?
English. It's an English
The
word.
same
You
thing.
can use it. Feel free.
When, for instance, you make a very conclusive statement that all of the national executives were en bloc supporting one individual, how does that
They
en
themselves said it.
bloc
too.
group?
I
I'm
didn't
not saying
make the
you are saying it.
statement.
I'm saying how does that en bloc group now begin to reach out
To the other
extending
side.
the olive branch when they've known from the onset that you've been working against me? So all of those things are conversations that they need to have with themselves.
How does
I think
Miracles Abuaje and
Kwesi Kwarteng,
Kwesi
for
Kwarteng
instance,
sit down to draw
strategize
communication strategy?
strategy.
How do they do it
You understand?
You see,
after all that has happened?
You see, the whole point is this: things were said during the campaigns. Like Marina said, people took them to heart. 60s has also raised a conversation about people being penalized for their choices, that they did not go for the presumptive candidate of the a bigger majority of the party as it is now per the record that we have, an electoral record. However, if you are to learn from the primaries leading up to the 2024 elections, you would then know that some MPs some MPs who lost their seat came back to say that it was because they were asking for the head of Ken Oforiatta, they didn't support some of the initiatives, blah, blah, blah. So the Jubilee House, and they consistently make reference to it, that the Jubilee House literally marshaled people and campaigned against them to make them lose their seats.
Yeah.
We remember that, don't we?
That
fear and that bad experience and that perception or the reality that they have could be what may have informed them to say, we are checking out. Look, Kwesi Kwarteng was an integral part of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia-led government. No?
Speaking for
He was a spokesperson for the education ministry. He was close to Yaweduchum. If you work with somebody for 4 years or maybe more, I mean,
How was his boss? He said it consistently.
You are close to the person. Why would you leave him to go and support somebody else? I mean, it's your choice. But what does that say of that individual? And how do you now see eye to eye with that individual? Like Sister is saying, if you have to go and sit with him to be to draw out a manifesto on education, for example, are you able to sit and look him in the eye? You get the point.
Yeah.
That's one. Then you have appointees of the government. Abinal Sayasari, Deputy Minister for Finance, blah, blah, blah. They all went around media houses talking about why Ken is a better candidate than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and all of that.
Let me chip in something
Yes.
more. The people who backed Kennedy Japan's candidature
Right.
were some very, in fact, the finance group
Yeah.
grouping, but for Dr. Amin Adam,
Right.
all of the persons,
Okay,
almost
he
all
was,
of
Kwesi
he was not
Kwarteng.
open, was he?
He
Dr.
was
Amin
open.
Adam,
He was open.
we
He's
knew
always
for
been open.
Bawumia.
was for
Yes.
Bawumia. Almost
Kweku
all
Kwarteng, Seo Sibe,
Sibe Eboa from
Parliament,
from the previous
yeah.
parliaments and all of
Abinal Sayasari.
yeah, they seem to have
Yeah.
backed the candidature of Ken.
Yeah.
All of those people are brains that you need
Yeah.
in wanting to, because
Why
but
didn't
matters
you
of-
mention my
matters-
sticker?
Yes,
sticker.
yeah.
Matters of the
fifth
economy.
best in terms of modular finance.
Yes,
Yeah, in the
matters
world.
of the economy will come up, and it will be things we will talk about.
Look,
You will need these brains.
Does that
to go and
Sika
and
was
have conversation.
deputy minister for
Deputy
finance at some
Minister.
point,
Yeah.
right? Abinal Sayasari same. Kweku Kwarteng used to speak and defend government policies.
on finance.
Now, if all these people who are supposed to have worked closely with the economic management team to ensure that our CD was stronger and safer, our GDP, inflation,
I see where
etc.
you're going.
No, I'm not. I mean, the studio. I'm not going anywhere. If all of them are now saying that the man that you claim is the Messiah is not the one who actually can do the work,
I mean, it was a conversation.
It's a vote
that
of
was-
no confidence.
It was a conversation that was had, and I mean, I follow a lot of people on social media where they kept raising that and said, a lot of these top finance guys are sticking with Ken.
yeah.
Why are they sticking with Ken?
What
You
does
know,
Ken have that Dr. Bawumia doesn't
It was a
have?
question that was asked, that why are they choosing to go with him? You can draw inferences as to the Kufuor faction or something from way back,
Right.
right?
Sunrise
But
on 3FM.
it's also a point for a conversation as to why they weren't going in that direction with
There was one thing that Kennedy Japan said that, look, no Ken, no vote should be put on hold.
Yes.
We now have one party. He said that.
Yeah.
As to whether the people will actualize it is another conversation.
You see,
but then the
no,
question,
but you see,
the
he's
question,
done
hold
his
on,
point.
hold on. The question
He's done his
the question
pass.
that comes is that what does Ken have that Bawumia doesn't have? Which is why all these fine brains decided that we'll go with Ken and not Dr. Bawumia. Now, Bawumia has been elected as the flag bearer. Would they now come to the table with an open heart and open mind to say that we are bringing all the energy that we have, even after putting a vote of no confidence on you and making it public?
Let me just say that Alex Ampabing, who is
Right.
also a former deputy finance minister, backed Kennedy Japan.
No, you see,
Anyway.
the Kennedy candidature took a more serious turn this time around.
After the showdown threat.
After the not even after.
No. Let's not. The first time, I mean, he had wanted it.
Yes, the first time.
He
but,
saw
but
the
if
thing, but
you-
he was thinking
if you
that,
look
okay.
at the people who were with him in that last primary,
Right.
as compared to the people who were with him in this second primary,
Right.
you would realize that people took him more seriously this time around. And that is one reason why the party cannot disregard him or his voice.
Right.
And that is another reason why what he says matters.
Yeah,
So he
when
should
was
be able
conceding,
to, you know, call the people. Let me. He should be able to call on his people to
Sunrise on 3FM.
some restraint
Best in the morning.
and to encourage them. And that is why I like what he did.
Okay.
Even if it was just for the optics,
Okay.
that he openly called on his people to respect the process, be part of the process,
Okay.
and accept the results and work with Dr. Baumia. Now, I think that Kennedy Ejapong has done his part. He has, as you put it, extended the olive branch. If he goes, we know he can rant, he can throw tantrums, he can. If he goes back to his house,
He's done everything before.
he's done everything so
I
before.
want to hear.
If he goes
Trust
back
me.
to his room and he says anything else, let it be in his room. But in the eyes of the public, the NPP public, I believe that Kennedy Ejapong has done he's taken the first step. And I want to believe that the next action we'll be seeing from the flag bearer would be that awa too. Let's sit down and see how we work together.
They should just buy fufu and eat together, or
Simple.
maybe go to Rockstone's watch and buy
I was
watch.
just adding to what Sister
Because
saying.
the
that
love in there will do
Dr.
backflip.
Kennedy, when he was conceding at the podium, he said respect views. He told the party they should respect the views of everybody. And yesterday, Mary and I were talking about it.
Yeah.
That what did he mean? And I'm sure half of the reason is that respect the views of the people who lost,
Sunrise
because like
on
you're saying,
3FM.
they have a lot of
in the
backing,
morning.
a lot of heavyweights backing them. So if they are suggesting something to the party, it is coming from a place of knowledge, a place of authority.
I
You
see.
cannot ignore.
So you
his-
respect his views, eh?
Yeah,
But
so
will
it's-
he respect other people's views?
If you respect his own,
he
respect
respected, he's done the first thing by respecting the first view of the people.
I'm saying that he
Yes.
does he respect other people's views?
Yes.
If he disagrees with you,
He said
he's
the
either,
delegates
he's
have
either
spoken.
insulting you or telling you how ugly you look.
That was in
or-
the past.
Anyway, let's go on to Facebook now. We're live on Facebook. And Agoku Janet says, beautiful morning to you all, most especially to Efo Marina Egbeta. Yes, of course, he's not married. You know that. Brad Johnny, welcome. Thank you very, very much indeed.
This is how
No.
how
Wait,
Crosby
wait.
did on this same show. By the time I realized he left Jamila.
Oh,
There you
Jamila.
go, marry.
Now, the lady doesn't even watch us anymore.
The lady is fighting us.
Kofi Boydi.
Mauna too has started.
Kofi Boydi says, I've not seen Johnnie Hughes for ages. Yes, Kofi, I'm back. And we're getting into your calls now. And Isaac Mensah, Okaikwe South, a.k.a. Muda, good morning to you. Yes. Okay.
But Johnny,
Yes, sir.
why are the NDC people angry with their general secretary for saying the things that he must say?
What did he say?
Yesterday, these two gentlemen had a beautiful conversation on the matter.
That-
And today, I'm still seeing that
It's on the front page.
papers are carrying the thing on the front page.
That you should leave your post.
Leave your post if you want to be party executive. Leave your government appointment. How is this a difficult matter to agree?
Charlie,
Say
but
it's
me,
difficult.
pa,
They
yeah.
say the way he said it. so you
How
don't-
else is he saying it?
See,
Say you are greedy.
yeah.
But
you are
yes, you
greedy.
are greedy.
You are
Says,
greedy.
Calm down. You don't talk to us like that.
No, how?
That's what they are saying.
But if so, imagine. I want to use Sami Jemfi because I know he won't beat me. He will understand the context.
I wasn't here.
See, Sami Jemfi is National Communications Officer.
yeah.
Sami Jemfi has been appointed Chief Executive of Ghana Gold Board.
Yeah.
Sami Jemfi, I'm not saying he wants to, but how would Sami Jemfi want to hold Chief Executive of Gold Board and at the same time come and contest for National Communications Officer?
They
It is
understand-
possible.
They understand it.
My regional minister is also the regional secretary for the party.
They say
Right.
that they understand.
He's
they
a
understand
lawyer.
What you are saying.
It is possible.
The way you are telling us, we don't like it. The way right now you're saying your mouth is closer to the microphone. We don't
Yes.
like. Go back small.
And
talk
you
to us.
talk
That's
to
what
us.
They're not saying that what I'm saying.
He
He,
to
He
heart
is the
conversation.
general secretary of the party. Yesterday, you
So
people
he
were
was
talking
talking-
about
so
authority.
you are talking generally.
He has to.
Can you imagine?
What they are saying is that talk to us nicely.
How else? I've watched that video.
You say you now you are calling us sycophants. I'm going to.
Charlie,
Which is another truth.
Charlie, but what
So-
power?
so you
what
see-
look, guys?
Which
What
is another
what-
truth.
hold on.
There's a-
What
there's a-
power? What power could be there in holding a political party position as an executive or whatever it is, and leaving a job as an appointee?
To come and contest.
What power is there?
That can only demonstrate your dedication, your love to the party.
Because that's because there's uncertainty. There's uncertainty. If you
you don't know whether you win or
you
not.
win or lose, and maybe you will spend all your money trying to do campaign to look for the post. But this one, you know that at the end of the month,
Your
company
salary is
in good
coming.
shape. Your salary will
Whether
come.
it's in good shape or not, your salary,
Will come. There are other
Forget
perks.
per diems.
There are other perks of the office that you get. Why would you want to leave that to go and chase a bird in the
do
bush
that.
that you? I mean,
I
why?
believe the party has men and women capable. Don't do
you're not
that.
understanding
You
the
recall,
party
you recall my conversation about Papa
Charlie,
Jamal.
or maybe
Yeah, yeah.
sixes, or maybe the people, some of the people are tired. They want to reshuffle, but they don't know how to say it. So they'll go and pick the form. Then based on that, they'll resign so that other people can also get a chance. To
That
come
one
in.
too is there.
Yeah.
Oh no, as for
But the
resigning,
General Secretary
we will let
spoke the point.
fresh faces come.
Yeah.
This
Because
is the point you made.
there
Is good.
are
So
a lot of
how
people who are
else should
seeking
he
to
have
push.
said it?
Don't shout at them. That's
He
right.
wasn't shouting. In fact, they were even laughing. The people, when he talked about don't be greedy
I think
or
there's
something,
a general
the
context
people
to-
were
Yes,
laughing.
general
It's not
context.
the core of the message. What he's trying to communicate, they agree.
They are trying to say that
The
the
way
man
he
doesn't speak well.
communicated it,
He says
they don't like it.
he sounds too authoritative.
They are not very
He's the
happy.
general secretary of the party.
So
he
should
must
we-
speak with authority.
Okay,
you should
now let me
continue.
speak with authority. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. That's 055-924-2717 and 055